everyone, my name is Sagit. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the cane in belly dance. First of all, I would recommend not using this kind of cane, but rather this thinner and lighter cane, because it's easier to maneuver and it's not as heavy. Also, I would recommend practicing in an open space and not at home, just because if you don't have enough exercise, you might let the cane slip out of your hand and then stuff might get broken, or God forbid someone will get hurt. Before showing you in a close-up exactly how I'm holding the cane, if you have a cane with one side curved, remember always to hold it from this side, which is straight. I never want to do this. This is a little bit like Charlie Chaplin, yeah, not belly dance. So when dancing with the cane, you would use your dominant hand. So if I'm right-handed, I would use my right hand. If you're left-handed, use your left as you practice. And of course, if you want to do a double cane dance, something like that, you would have to learn how to use both your right and your left hand. But I would recommend, of course, starting with one cane and really getting good at and understanding how to use the cane correctly before you start practicing with your weaker hand. So I wanted to zoom in a little bit more so you can actually see the way I'm holding the cane. When holding the cane and working with it, I want it always to be attached to this part of my hand. So I'm putting it here, and even if I'm going to open my hand as I turn it, my thumb is always holding it in place. Yeah. So if I turn it, I'm always keeping it here in this position. When teaching in class how to use the cane, sometimes I see students trying to do a different grip as they try to turn the cane, or letting it slip and holding it with this finger instead of the thumb. This is wrong. Again, you want to make sure you keep the cane always here. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to turn the cane forward. Again, remember to hold it as we talked about. And always when I start, I want the cane to be upright, straightforward. This is a good way to show you're in control of the cane, not holding it like this or like this. So make sure starting and finishing a movement, usually it will be like that. So if I want to turn it forward, I would let the cane drop forward. Doing that, I'm going to turn my wrist towards the ceiling, like that. Okay? Now, because I wanted to continue the turn, I have to really work with my thumb to make it go up again, and then I'm closing my hand. Okay? So as I'm turning, I'm going to go closed, and then open, and then close, and then open, and then close, using really my wrist all the way. And make sure you keep your thumb holding the cane. If not, it will fly out of your hand. So usually the momentum will do the trick. Once you started the turn, you won't have to really use force to make it happen. Okay? So again, forward, open up to the ceiling, close. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And again, try to hold it and finish with it straight up. Another important thing is always leave a little bit of an extra with your cane. The reason is that sometimes the palm starts to get sweaty and you might start to lose grip. If you have the extra, you can just stop the turning, yeah, and adjust again. And if you're holding it right at the edge, it's going to fly right out of your hands. So make sure to always have a little bit extra here. Now let me show you how to turn backwards. It's the same idea. I'm going to let the cane drop back, opening my palm up to the ceiling, and then as it comes back up, I'm going to close my hand. Again, always don't forget using your thumb. So back and up, back and up. Notice that as I'm using the cane, I'm not using my whole hand and my whole arm, yeah? I don't want this. The secret is in the wrist, and I'm going to show you at the end of the clip a good way to practice to get your wrists more flexible. So one more time, going back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Now, as you feel more confident, as you're doing a few turns of the cane, you can just leave your palm open all the time and just hold it with your thumb. But at first I would recommend open, close, yeah? Turning the cane, I want it to be parallel to my body. That means doing it like this and not letting the cane go in this diagonal line or in this diagonal line, yeah? You want to keep it parallel to your body. So, as I said before, the secret is in the wrist, and we want a good flexibility to turn the wrist all the way. You want it to get to this position. And sometimes people don't have the flexibility, it goes like this, which will mean that the cane will turn and it won't be parallel to my body as I'm turning it. So 2 exercises to help you with that. One is just to hold your hand like this and just rest the other hand on your fingers. You don't want to really push down and hurt yourself, yeah? Just lay it on it and the weight of the second hand will do the trick. If you want to do a double cane and practice also with your weaker hand, of course, practice the same way on the other side. Another good exercise is just to hold your wrist and really try to turn all the way with the other hand, just making circles like that. And again, if you want, you can practice like this. It's a good practice also for little decorations with your hands as you dance. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it useful, and I'll see you next time.